Number one, if you are between the levels of 20 to 50, you can create something called an allowance cache. This will allow you to create legendary aspects at random. For this reason, if you're level between 20 and 50 leveling an alt or your very first character, just go pick up the allowance caches, and this will allow you to farm legendaries very quickly to achieve any aspects that you might want to get. Important note, this will only show between levels 20 and 50. If you log onto a character above level 50 or below level 20, you cannot craft this item. Therefore, during that period, if you want to acquire all your aspects, you can do this. Number two, you can stack a quest elixir called Elixir of Anti-Venom, as well as normal elixirs, as well as an incense in order to get all of the bonus experience. So if you have this right here with your instance, that's 5%. If you use the quest elixir anti-venom, that's another 8%, and you can use another potion for 5 or 8%, and you can stack multiple experience bonuses together. In order to unlock this quest elixir, you must do the quest Pinch of Poison, which is located here in the bottom left corner of the map, inside the building from this gentleman right here. Once completed on one character, it will unlock all characters of that type, either hardcore, softcore, seasonal, or eternal realm. It will unlock it for all characters of that type. There is a level 35 requirement in order to use this quest elixir. Number three, the reputation is repeatable on multiple characters. This includes the Resplendent Spark, meaning you can create multiple characters to guarantee that you can craft an uber unique even if you never get a drop. Shout out to Rob as I learned this tip from him. Number four, the best way to upgrade your gear directly after hitting the next world tier, going from 2 to 3 or 3 to 4, is with the Oboe Vendor. This will drop gear correlated to the world tier you're within. For that reason, directly after you hit world tier 3, you can use your oboes to get sacred gear. Then once again, when you hit world tier 4, you can use your oboes to get ancestral gear. This is the fastest way to acquire gear directly after the jump, and then you can go out to the Helltide and get legendary and better gear, etc. that way. But this will allow you to go out and immediately have a jump of power. Number five, the quickest 5 Grim Favors in the game are killing the Seething Abomination. It is 5 Grim Favors just for killing him. If you have the mark on your map, that will show him. Just like that, it's over. Grim Favors plus 5. If you're hardcore, don't do this, as it does require you to go into a PvP zone. Also, very often you are going to get Purifying the Seeds of Hatred as a follow-up Grim Favor that you can do very easily just by taking the seeds that you got from the boss or from killing one minion. Doing this, it takes 50 seconds to extract, and then you get another 3 Grim Favors. So you can get basically 8 Grim Favors in like just a couple minutes. Number 6, the maximum armor cap is 9,230. In fact, in the next patch, they're going to be showing that this is the armor cap as well in the stats. You can see which items have possible affix rows by clicking on the little red icon here when you go to enchant an item. You can actually add armor onto some item slots. So because of this, you can either get a greater affix armor roll, or you can put a couple pieces with armor affixes and put like an armor jewelry gem, and that will allow you to escape the Juggernaut aspect. Juggernaut aspect is one that will give you all of the armor you need. For instance, you can see I'm getting 10,000 just from the Juggernaut aspect in just one aspect, but your evade has an increased cooldown, which can be pretty brutal when fighting some bosses. For instance, with doing this with Lilith was kind of annoying, for instance. So because of that, you can see which pieces allow you to get plus armor. You can use plus armor in order to hit that cap, mix it with putting like a skull on the jewels to get 9,230 if you're trying to escape Juggernaut. It's also just kind of nice in general to be able to see what you can roll on an item before you actually spend your materials. So you can see which skills can get a plus bonus on the legs, for instance, and which skills can get a plus bonus on like the gloves. Also, if you reroll a greater affix, it will turn into a normal affix. With the next patch, there will be a warning screen to warn you about this. One other quick small tip here, you can actually transmute the larger resources that you get from the pit to the lower ones, and they've reduced the cost to actually do this significantly. See 5,000 there. So because of this, Tier 61 in the pit is the mark you're trying to reach. Tier 61 plus, you can farm the inglots, and those can be turned into the lower ones, which can be transmuted again to the lower ones. So your goal is 61 tier of the pit. Number 7, you can guarantee yourself 925 item power gear early. Monsters within the Hell Tide will always be 3 levels above your current level. I am 100, it is 103. You can also use something called a Profane Mind Cage, which will increase the monster's level by 10. For this reason, at level 82, the monsters will be 85, and if you use a Mind Cage, they will be level 95. When monsters are 95, they will always drop 925 gear. Therefore, you can guarantee yourself level 925 highest item power gear by being level 82 and using a Mind Cage within the Hell Tide. If any of these tips were something you didn't know, consider subscribing. If not, don't worry about it, but I'd appreciate it.